Well, it's the review you have been waiting for. I have gotten so many DMs and questions in the comment section asking me if I'm going to review the new Kayali Pistachio scent. Well, that's what I'm doing in this video. I have a big bottle, the 3.4 fluid ounces here, and a bonus, I'm going to compare it and contrast to this one right here, which also people are talking about. This is the DS Durga Pistachio scent, so I am going to give you the whole 360. Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. As I said, in this video I'm going to give you a full review of the new Kayali release right here, the Yum Pistachio Gelato 33, and I'm going to compare it to the new DS Durga Pistachio scent right here. So let's start with this one. So you guys, I bought this fragrance with my own money. This was not sent to me. I am not on the Kayali PR list, which there seem to be a list of people that Kayali consistently send their fragrance to. I have reviewed Kayali fragrances before and I've talked about a couple of them not having the best performance. I am not on their PR list. So this is what I got. I got this from Sephora. I ordered it the same day that it was released, March 21st. I got it on the 1-day shipping from Sephora. So let me show you the packaging. The packaging is the usual Kayali packaging, and then you get the, as usual, you get the keynotes on the back here, which I think is neat. And let me show you the bottle. So everybody is talking about, this bottle is beautiful. It's soft touch. It's, kind of frosted glass here. But everybody's talking about how they would prefer, their usual crystal looking, plastic cap instead of this opaque one right here. But I can see why they did it, because it's to go with the white print here. But anyway, so let me see. So in the back here, the keynotes they have highlighted are pistachio gelato, which is the note, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. They pulled all the stops with the sweet gourmands with this fragrance. So this is a soft gourmand, and they definitely pulled all the stops, like I said, all the, like the whipped cream, the ice cream, the cotton candy, the marshmallow. They put all the soft gourmand notes in here. So this was definitely created and intended for spring and summer. And I'll tell you why when I've had this for now a couple of days. I have sprayed it on and I've worn it around. I'll give you my opinion. So let me go ahead and spray it. I can sort of smell it from the atomizer, but I'm going to go ahead and spray it on my hand, on my arm over here. And I'm gonna spray a little on the clothes as well. This is actually my scent of the day. Okay, you guys. Now the scent, right in the opening, you smell a lot of very prominent citrus notes. Loads of citrus notes right in the opening. And it's very dominant, I would say. The citrus notes are very dominant, and they carry all the way almost to the dry down. They're very present from the moment you spray, and almost all the way to the dry down, those citruses are there. Now, people are expecting this to be a pistachio scent, right? This is, supposed to be a pistachio scent. So when you spray it on, you smell that blast of citruses, and everybody's like, okay, this smells like a fresh spring kind of citrus fragrance right in the opening. But I can actually, so there's pistachio, I believe, in the opening of this fragrance. I smell the pistachio right under the citrus. Is definitely bergamot, I can tell. So that pistachio gelato, actually, I don't believe it's supposed to be a pistachio nuts. the note in here. I think it's supposed to be pistachio gelato. Now that makes sense to me. Pistachio gelato, the note, which is a definitely a fantasy, or what you call a synthetic note, obviously, is in here. If it's in here, it's not going to be as nutty, as prominently pistachio as the actual pistachio nut note. Does that make sense? So that may be why that this fragrance isn't delivering the pistachio that everybody is craving. When they heard Yum Pistachio Gelato, I think the gelato part isn't what stood out. I think they were expecting a pistachio scent. Now this isn't a pistachio scent. If you ask me, this is a very much a sort of fresh, soft gourmand, okay? A sweet, fresh, soft gourmand note with loads of floral notes as well, by the way. I'll get there. This is pistachio gelato that's in here, not the pistachio nut, the note. You smell the pistachio, but not like a nutty note, but you smell it more like a creamy, something mixed with something creamy, which makes sense. It's pistachio gelato. So that I do smell right after or right underneath the citruses in the opening of this scent. Now this also has other nutty notes. I mean, this is supposed to have hazelnut, but it actually kind of almost smells like almonds too. So when I sprayed this on for the first time when it arrived, I had my husband sniff it because he has a really good nose. And he smelled it and said, I don't really smell a lot of pistachio. I smell maybe almonds or some other kind of nut, which makes sense. So there's hazelnut in here. So the nutty part of this scent comes from the hazelnut that's in here, not from the pistachio. Does that make sense for you guys? So everybody is expecting this sort of nutty pistachio scent when it's not. Okay, so I've heard so many people say, my subbies, many of you said that it's not, you don't get a lot of pistachio. You know, it's kind of a letdown because it's not a pistachio scent, not the pistachio scent that you hoped it would be. And yes, and you're right, it's not. It's not a pistachio scent per se, because it's a pistachio gelato. It's a soft gourmand scent with a lot of lactonic and, you know, other sweet notes like whipped cream, which is lactonic, the ice cream, the pistachio gelato, lactonic, and then you get the marshmallow, which is a fluffy sweet gourmand, you know, like you get all these sweet notes. It's a very sweet fragrance, by the way, not overly sweet, but sweet, quite sweet. So yeah, so I can see, I mean, I heard people saying, oh, it's not the pistachio scent we thought it was, it's not pistachio, and I don't really get pistachio. So I heard a lot of these things, a lot of comments before I got this fragrance. And so I was kind of waiting to see what really is going on with this fragrance. So now that it's in my hands and I've tried it, I see exactly what's going on. People are expecting a pistachio scent when it's really not a pistachio scent. It's a pistachio gelato note that's in here. Does that make sense? So I'm going to assume a lot of people are looking at Fragrantica and seeing pistachio and ice cream as separate notes, but you know, as you can see on the back of this, it says pistachio gelato. So it's actually, I'm gonna assume this is a pistachio gelato note, not a pistachio note. The nuttiness comes from the hazelnut in this fragrance. And that nuttiness from the hazelnut is not overly strong either. So it's not super nutty, this fragrance. And people are expecting nutty. So that's where it went, I guess, wrong for some people who were expecting a pistachio scent. So now I gotta tell you about the other notes I'm smelling. So there's a boozy rum, like a sweet rum note in the opening. And you can smell the booziness. The booziness is there. Booziness is there, but not overly so. And you can actually smell the cardamom note, you guys. There is a cardamom note in here for sure. I don't need to look at anything. It's not on the key notes, but there is a cardamom note. And I actually noticed it. So I sprayed it on. I smelled the citruses. I smelled like a faint pistachio with that lactonicness from that ice cream, like the pistachio gelato. And then I smelled the cardamom. You know, the booze actually. I smelled the sweet rum, then I smelled the cardamom. So the cardamom note is quite present in the opening of this fragrance, I gotta say, which is lovely. I think it's a nice touch in the opening. I think it's kind of weird that they didn't highlight any of the floral notes as keynotes here, which, you know, to me it's a little weird because, or it's kind of surprising because the floral notes in here are quite prominent. That's one of the other things my husband said. My husband said, you know, I smell like, I don't really smell pistachio as much. I maybe smell like almond or something other kind of nutty. He was right, and he said it's not very nutty either. He's absolutely right. And then he said, I smell a lot of florals, which is exactly, so I had sprayed it on and I thought those exact things, and I had him smell it and he said the exact same thing. So you smell the florals quite well. So there are a bunch of floral notes in the middle and you can smell the florals. You can definitely smell the florals. And there's a little faint bit of powderiness in this fragrance too. And of course there's a couple of fruity notes here and there. I can smell like a little bit of juiciness from a fruity note or two. Now on the dry down, so it's drying down now, it's dried down. You can basically not smell the pistachio anymore. It's not it's kind of there, but it's not really there. You know, it's there, kind of. You smell all the sweet gourmet notes in here now. Now you're smelling the whipped cream, you're smelling the marshmallow, the cotton candy, the candy, other candy notes, you're smelling them now. It's a very sweet dry down with some woodiness. I'm going to assume there's sandalwood in here. You know, other sweet gourmet notes in the base. That's what you're really smelling. It's a very sweet, lactonic, soft gourmet dry down with a hint of woody. It's not too woody to my nose either. I've only had it for like a day and I oversprayed, as you can tell. I oversprayed. I mean, I sprayed it all over myself yesterday and today. I'm filming this the day before, obviously, so kind of 2 days I've had this for. I got this early morning yesterday, so this I oversprayed. I mean, oversprayed until I almost sprayed put a dent into it. I oversprayed to make sure that I'm really going to give it a chance, and I would say I got about 4 or 5 hours of actually getting whiffs of it on my body, on my clothes especially. It lasts a little longer on clothes. It kind of fades on skin faster than clothes. I mean, which is a given, but I got whiffs of it for about 4 to 5 hours. So the performance isn't poor. Like some of the other, you know, Kayali fragrances I have reviewed before, you know, a couple of them, they don't have the best performance. This is supposed to be an eau de parfum. It's not actually an intense or an intense. This is not the intense. You know how Kayali has the intense ones in the mirrored bottles. This isn't an intense. It's kind of hard to tell because this comes in a frosted bottle, which isn't a clear bottle or a mirrored bottle. So you kind of have to look at the name and, I mean, look at the distinction here, and you will see it's an eau de parfum. For an eau de parfum, I would say 5 hours is about average. It's not poor performance. It's not amazing performance. It's normal. It's average. In terms of projection, I would say it doesn't project super far. This is more of a close scent bubble fragrance, but people will smell you if they're like close enough to you. They're not gonna smell you from far away. So if they're like, you know, like close enough to you, like if you're like buying something, you know, at a counter, or if, you know, you're in the car, and like when I go to the daycare, I'm waiting to see actually, to wear this. I always get compliments when I'm in the car to pick up my son. They put my son in the back in the seat, in his car seat, and then when they put their head in, they can usually smell my fragrance. So that's kind of an intimate situation there, you know, in a enclosed space. That sort of thing, people will smell it. And if you're talking to somebody one-on-one, they'll smell it. But it's not one of those, you know, fragrances that people will smell from, you know, any further than that. In terms of sillage, I would say it has moderate sillage. Again, you know, sometimes people might get a whiff of it, but it's not like one that leaves a scent trail, if that makes sense. So also keep in mind that I've only worn this 2 days. I haven't really gotten a chance to wear this out and about in the world. I haven't worn it to work yet. I haven't worn it to go pick up my son yet. I haven't gone anywhere with it yet. So I am going to give you an update of the performance in my haul video this Sunday. Stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna haul it this Sunday in my haul video, and in that I will give you a full update on performance, sillage, and compliments if I get any. So my husband liked it. It didn't wow him like the way, for example, Tom Ford Electric Cherry or Room 1015 Cherry Punk, or I'm only naming the cherry ones. He loves other ones too. Like my other, like Tiziana Terenzi Tibet, or any of those fragrances that he loves on me. It didn't wow him, but he liked it. He said it was pleasant, but he did notice the fact that it smelled more citrus and fresh than a pistachio scent, because I told him it's a pistachio scent, right? So now I'm going to compare it to this one, DS Durga Pistachio. This I got because one of my videos, one of you guys asked me if I'm reviewing it, the Kayali one, and then suggested that I pick up this one, the DS Durga Pistachio scent, that this one is a super pistachio scent, that I should pick it up, because everyone was talking about how Kayali isn't really isn't the pistachio scent people were expecting, right? So I decided to pick this one up. It wasn't just one person, several people brought this up, and I saw this all over the place, and this is another fragrance that people are talking about right now. So let me tell you what I think about this one. So this one is really strong, you guys. Okay, I'm going to spray this. I don't need, you know, I can smell this one right from the atomizer just fine, but I'm going to spray it for you on this arm. Let me give you my thoughts on this one. Now this one is a strong scent. Okay, it's potent, and yes, I smell the pistachio, and this is also boozy. I smell the booziness. I smell pistachio. I smell cacao powder. It's sweet. I mean, they may not have mentioned or revealed in the fragrance composition anywhere that this has any other notes but pistachio and woody notes and stuff. But I tell you, this one, yeah, I smell cacao powder. I smell boozy notes. It's quite boozy and strong with the pistachio, but this is definitely a pistachio scent, okay? You can smell the pistachio. Now this one has pistachio nut, the nut, and not just on one level. I feel like it's there through the whole phases of the fragrance, from opening to the dry down. Okay, you can smell the pistachio strongly all the way to the dry down. I smell some woody notes, really strong woody notes. I'm gonna say that this has sandalwood, but also cedarwood or some other kind of woody note, very strong woody notes, and something slightly green as well. I can smell, and I smell a faint hint of some kind of spice. It could be cardamom, it could be cinnamon, I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be cardamom actually. So anyway, This is a very strong pistachio scent. If you feel like you didn't get the pistachio scent that you wanted with the Kayali fragrance, this would definitely be a pistachio scent for you. That being said, I will say this much, that I much prefer the Kayali fragrance for spring and summer than this one. This one is definitely not, I wouldn't say a spring and summer scent. This is definitely like cold weather, better for cold weather, this one, the DS Durga. Whereas this one is very fresh interpretation of a, you know, pistachio scent, which I'm not even sure if I should call it a pistachio scent per se, because it's pistachio gelato. Like I said, it's more of a soft gourmand, you know, with some citrus. It's kind of like Oriana, right? Now, Oriana by Parfums de Harley, now that is a soft gourmand with some florals and citruses, correct? So the same way, this is the same thing, except the soft gourmand in here that's prominent is the pistachio gelato. Now, which one do I like? Well, right now, it's kind of a hard question to answer, because right now where I'm at, you know, with the springtime being here, I prefer this definitely. But I really like how nutty this one is. If you really crave like a pistachio nutty scent, this one is you know, better, but this is very potent. Now, I asked my husband which one he liked. He said that this one is more, you know, because men like a more sweet, soft kind of fragrance on women than like something stronger and maybe very nutty. But this is a fragrance that's really beautiful as well. I would like this, you know, in the fall and winter time over this one, you know, if that makes sense for you. So I wanted to give you like a full 360 on the Kayali, a real honest, proper review, you know, talking about the fragrance for what it is. So that's what I did in this video. I will give you even more of an in-depth review of both of these fragrances in my haul video this Sunday. So stay tuned for that. That's the next video coming up on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to subscribe, and that way you will receive notifications when my videos go live. Please let me know down in the comment section your thoughts about either one of these fragrances. What do you think of the pistachio gelato? Did you buy it? How does it perform on you? What do you think about it being not the most prominently pistachio fragrance? It's more of a fresh, sweet, soft gourmand for spring and summer. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section your thoughts. What do you think about the DS Durga Pistachio scent? If you have that, I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, that black button down there. Click that one, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post all of these fun things I buy, very digestible short content. I will see you guys in my next video.